there are some things about us. Yes, there are certainly things that are beyond scientific understanding. The most obvious thing about us that is beyond scientific understanding is why each of us exists at all. What I mean by that is, sure, there may be a scientific explanation, even if you think my way in terms of souls, of why a fetus at a certain stage of its development gives rise to a soul. And perhaps there's some law of nature saying all fetuses in state X cause the existence of souls. A rather odd scientific law, but still perhaps there is one. Okay, but it won't show why it's my soul that is connected to this body and your soul that's connected to that body, or the other way around. Because science explains in terms of laws of nature. And laws of nature have the form all objects of such and such a kind cause other objects of such and such a kind, or cause such and such effects. But they're general statements. All things like this produce things like this. Okay, all fetuses produce souls. But souls differ from each other. You could have two souls which have exactly the same thoughts and feelings, but they would be different souls. They are numerically different. They have what I would call this, or an old word, thisness. That is to say, they're not different from each other because one has one property and the other has another property. They're just different. And given that, then science couldn't possibly explain why it was my soul that was connected to this body, or indeed that my soul came into existence at all, but instead there came into existence in connection with me a soul which had the same thoughts and feelings and went on living in this body. So certainly that's one thing that science couldn't possibly discover. And on a more general issues, it couldn't discover, it couldn't show why there's a physical universe at all, why it's governed by regular laws of nature, why the laws are the laws they are, because science explains one law by another and can't explain the much general laws, and so on.